do I need to pay this enrollment deposit before I receive my I-20? The answer is no. This enrollment deposit, it is a non-refundable figure at this point. If you do not have your admission, you don't have your I-20 to give in hand for visa dates, I would advise you to defer. Can I use one loan document to receive I-20s from different schools? The answer is you can't do that. For 2025, pay attention, those who are deferring to fall 2025, or maybe those students who also got admitted into fall 2025, this is the deadline, right? So May 1 is the application deadline. What's up, my YouTube family? Many thanks for coming back. So in this particular video, I'm just going to talk about random facts you as an incoming student or you as a prospective student you need to know, and also to try to help you understand some of the things that we have listed on our school's website, maybe your school or my school. How do you get to understand or basically try to interpret some of the things that you need to know about before you travel to USA to study or to further your education? Or perhaps you are maybe a family member or a friend, you're trying to just watch some of these videos, or you just jumped on them and then you wanted to get some information to share with your friends and family. This is the right place to be at this particular point in time. Okay, so these are some of the things I'm going to talk about. So number one will be how to receive your I-20 on time. Right? How to receive your I-20 on time. And then number two, I'm going to talk about enrollment deposit. I've received lots of questions about enrollment deposit. Thirdly, I'm also going to talk about accommodation briefly. And also talking about visa dates. Hunting for visa dates, right? Hunting for it. I have to use that word because during my time, I remember I had to stay awake every morning, like night, afternoon. I'm just on the CGI dashboard, just trying to get a favorable date, basically, right? So the other thing that I'm going to talk about is mock interviews, right? I also talk about questions I've received stating that, McRay, can I use one loan document to receive I-20s from different schools? Can I do that? I'll get to that part. So if some of the things that I basically mentioned, they are of interest to you, I urge you to stick and stay with me to the very end of this video, and I believe that it will give you hope, number one, and I believe also that you would get some sort of understanding to help you make an informed decision in the next step that you're going to take. All right, so now let's first of all move on and talk about how to receive your I-20. Assuming you have received your admission letter, right? You have received your admission letter from your school at this point. Maybe in about a week or less than a week or a little bit above 1 week, you will receive an email from your school. So for example, if it is the University of South Dakota, after 1 week or less than that, you receive an email notifying you to submit what we call financial eligibility form, right? This form, what does it look like? You just let us know how you can pay or how you will be able to pay your tuition or how you're going to be able to take care of yourself, basically. So these are the things that you need to let us know about. We have items on this document that has to talk about if you have some sort of self-funding, you let us know. If you have some sort of individual sponsorship, maybe family, your father, your mother, your auntie, your uncle, or whoever that is going to fund your education, you can let us know. And also if you have any sort of education loan, you need to also indicate all these things on this form for us to see. right? So this is what we call the financial eligibility form. Then the second thing is that all the things that you stated on your financial eligibility form maybe is educational loan. So now you need to provide us this document that states the amount of money that you have received or you have been awarded. Or if it is your family member, maybe your dad, your mom is the person who is financing your education, you need to attach this document to the financial eligibility form for us, so that when we see this proof of funds, then we know that okay, this guy has the ability or he has the resources to finance his or her education. These things, the moment you receive your admission letter, just in about a week or two, you should also receive one other email from us notifying you to basically try to submit these documents to us, right? You should submit it to us. But if you don't receive, or maybe you have not received it maybe more than 2 weeks or whatever it is, please reach out to your international office. Okay, reach out to your international office. Let them know that hey, I received my admission 2 weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago. However, I've not received anything to notify me that I have to submit this and this document. What should be the next step? Reach out to your your international office, and I believe that they're going to let you know what to do. All right, so that is the first thing to do. When you receive this email and then you furnish us all this document, the next thing that is going to happen is that it will probably take 10 to 15 business days for you to receive this I-20. It was in the past that I-20s were mailed like hard copy, but right now it's just email. So you just receive this by email and then you print it out and sign. If you are under 18 years, there are 2 parts on this I-20 you need to sign, but if you are above 18 years, it's just one part you need to sign. You sign that and then put the date on there, and then you are good to go. You need to receive this I-20. This will enable you to start hunting for your visa dates, a favorable visa date. All right, so these are the things that you need to know about. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about will be the enrollment deposit. I've also received lots of questions about enrollment deposit. The first question is like, McRay, do I need to pay this enrollment deposit before I receive my I-20? This is the simple answer to you. The answer is no. You don't need to pay your enrollment deposit before you receive your I-20 from any school, including the University of South Dakota. You don't need to do that. All right, so when we issue maybe admission letter or maybe your I-20, then you receive another mail from us indicating or telling you or asking you that you should pay your enrollment deposit as an international student, that you should do that. Okay, so I said earlier that you don't need to pay it. Why? Because this enrollment deposit, it is a non-refundable figure. Do you get that? It is a non-refundable figure. So when you go ahead and then you pay this amount, and maybe in the future you try to change your mind that no, I wouldn't go to school A, I'll now go to school B, and then you reach out to the office that they should refund this money to you, it is not going to happen. At least I'm speaking to the best of my knowledge when it comes to do with the University of South Dakota. It is non-refundable, so don't be in a rush to pay. However, there are deadlines to this enrollment deposit payment. There are deadlines to all these things that you need to know. I would also get to all those deadlines. All right, so there are people, when they try to find out that, or they get to know that the deadline is maybe 2 days or just few days away, then they reach out to the department trying to find out that, hey, can you guys extend the deadline for me a bit? Most offices don't do it, and my office, we just don't do it. That can only happen if we know that you have a visa date. You have a visa date for the intended term. Let us know about it. That is when our office can probably get into some discussion and find out that, oh, if this is true, we can probably do this thing for the student. Do you understand? So you cannot just come to us and also just to say that you want us to defer your enrollment deposit for you. No, that doesn't happen. All right, so once again, just trying to reiterate this fact to you that most of it, or even with regards to University of South Dakota, enrollment deposit is non-refundable. We can't pay you back. Do you understand that? So we ask students that before you pay it, number one, you should be sure of the fact that this is the school you're settling on. Like you're settling on going to school A, or you're settling on going to school B. This is the thing, right? This is the thing, because when you pay it, it's just now with the school. You need to know that. Okay, so the other thing that I'm going to talk about is accommodation. Most of you've received your visas, or some of you who have not even received your visas, right? But you're still looking ahead. How do I get accommodation or secure an accommodation? For example, I'm going to use where I am currently, Vermilion in South Dakota, right? Just go to any, like your Google, right, and type Realtors. Realtors is spelled REALTORS in Vermilion, South Dakota, and then you see that list of them will just even appear in your search, right? Also, I have done a video about accommodation. I'm going to put up the link in the description of this video, so you get to know. I clearly spoke about securing on-campus housing and also off-campus housing. I made some video about that, so I'm going to put that in the description. If you have not watched that video, I'm going to have it in there, so that maybe after this video you get back there and also watch that video. It is about housing. You need to know that. I also listed the realtors that are currently in Vermilion. I listed all of them in that description just for you, so make sure you take good advantage of that. All right, so when you get there, you can just, when you click any of the website, you get to see what they currently have available. Right, they currently have available. There are some of them that you as an incoming student, you may not be able to get them. Why? Because some of them require SSN, that is social security number. I think that has to do with premier homes. So for you to apply to be a tenant with them, you need to have what we call SSN. So if you don't have that, you wouldn't be able to secure accommodation with them. But there are lots of realtors that they don't require that. Dakota Realty, Grace Property, Melanie, they don't require any of those things, so you can just get to them. But if you're an undergraduate, you're trying to get on campus too, it's okay. Then when our office together with the housing department, they work together to help you secure a place on campus. You don't need SSN for anything like that. Okay, so that is just some of the things I need to share with you when it comes to accommodation. But if you have any question, once again, try to put it up in the comment section and I'll be happy to come help you to answer it. If you also want to have that one-on-one time with me also, please let me know. I'll have the link also in the description. I'll usually pin it as the first comment in the comment section, so that you can also schedule that time basically. All right, so one other thing that I want to talk about is also visa date hunting. Right, there are some of you that want to get into spring 2025. At this point, if you do not have your admission, you don't have your I-20 to basically even hunt for visa dates, I would advise you to defer. Do you get it? I would advise you to defer, particularly maybe you are in Ghana, or maybe I don't know the situation, the current situation, for example, maybe in Nigeria or the eastern part of Africa. I don't know the situation there now, but I just want to limit it to Ghana. Getting dates in Ghana at this point is quite difficult. However, I wouldn't say that don't make any effort. Why? Because I recently heard that Ghana, they released some dates in December, and guess what? There's one student who just got a date like that. However, there were other things that he was supposed to get ready. The things were not ready. So I don't know how he's also going to battle some of those things. So if you do not have your I-20 at this point, I would recommend that you just defer to fall, because that would give you some kind of time to, or it will buy you some time to prepare and try to get some date, a favorable date for your intended term. All right, so that is what I have to talk to you about. I have a WhatsApp group that a couple of students who are trying to attend these visa interviews in other countries too, they try to talk about some of the dates over there. I'm going to have all that link also in the description, so that you get to join some of those groups and then discuss some of those things as well. Okay, all right, so talking about mock interviews, right? If you're a student, a prospective student for the University of South Dakota, and then you have a date which means that we can grant you a free mock interview if you're a prospective student of UST, free of charge. But this is done when we know that you have a visa date, like an appointment date. That is when we can do that to you, because we cannot just do mock interview to every student. For example, maybe the student doesn't have any visa date, so we keep on doing these interviews. Maybe at the time that the student would actually get a visa date, the student has already forgotten whatever that we discussed earlier, right? So just let us know that, hey, I have this date in this, maybe in a month's time, I want to book. We'll send you the link for you to basically schedule for this visa mock interview session. All right, that can happen. So one other thing you need to know about this question, right? Can I use one loan document to receive I-20s from different schools? The answer is you can't do that. It is no, because for you to apply for these loans, you need to even select your school. The school that you're trying to apply the loan with, you need to select it. So the document that you're going to receive would have something to do with the school you selected. Do you understand that? Because for them to release the funds to you, they will probably release it to the school's account. Do you understand that? They are not going to release it into just your account like that. No, it's not going to happen like that. So just, if you want to use the same document, it's not going to happen. But if you want to use loan to take I-20s from other schools, you may have to apply differently. As I said, all these loan companies, they have their websites that you can get to and read more information. You're coming to America to study, so you need to understand that you got to know how to read. Like, just read. Seeking information, you need to seek information. It is very, very important. All right, so just get to their website, read about them, or just give them a call. If you need any assistance, you can just let me know. Just give them a call and then ask them these questions, right? They have different ways of how they do their stuff, so you need to know about that. So these are some of the things that I quickly just want to record this video to all of you to just know. So we're talking about how to receive your I-20. After your admission, you will receive an email from the international office asking you to submit your financial eligibility form and together with your attached document that has to do with maybe your bank statement from anybody, right? Or maybe this loan document, attach it to it, and then we are able to process your I-20 for you. After that, the enrollment deposit, I made it clearly known to you that it is a non-refundable. So when you pay it, we are not giving it back to you. That isn't going to happen. It's a non-refundable money. Do you understand that? So we tell the students that please pay this money when you are sure of the fact that you're coming to our school. There are deadlines to these things you need to know. How do you get extension? Maybe you just got a visa date, however you want to just go to this interview before you pay it. Let the office know about it, then we can see how to try to work something out for you. Let us know whatever is happening with you. The other thing is accommodation. I mentioned it earlier. I'm going to still list even the link of that video. I'll put it up here so that you can just go watch it. I explained everything about accommodation in that video. Just go to your Google search right now and just type realtors in Vermilion, or maybe wherever you're going to. If it is Colorado, if it is Utah, if it is Illinois, just maybe in Normal or wherever it is, just type realtors in my town, right? And then all of them will come up to you. You get to see all those things and then basically work with them. Visa date hunting. I said if you have not received your I-20 by now and you want to come in spring 2025, it's not going to work properly for you. You're not going to have ample time to prepare yourself. So you may have to consider deferring. And then we have this group that there are students there, some of them who wants to attend the interviews in other countries. They're talking about dates, the dates available in this country, this and that. So if you want to join too, you are welcome to join, right? And the other thing is mock interviews. I said that our school, we run it free for USD prospective students who have visa dates. It's free of charge to them. But if you're not a prospective student of UST and then you have a visa date, but you want to still have this mock interviews, you can let me know. We will do some sort of arrangement about that, give you a thorough practice or mock interview just to get you prepared for that session. All right, if you have any questions about your applications, maybe you don't understand how to write your statement of purpose, you don't know how to get your things sorted out for admission or whatever it is, you can also just let me know. I would be happy to help you do that also. So the other thing is, if you can use one loan document to receive I-20s from different schools. I answered that to you. The answer is no, because for you to apply for the loan document, you have to select at least one school, the school you want to attend, that you're applying the loans for. You need to select one. So if you want to get more than one school, the I-20s with just or with a loan document, you may have to apply for maybe 1 or 2 or 3 times. However, you can get to their website and learn more. Now, I want to talk about the deadlines, right? For example, students who are coming for spring 2025, these are some of the deadlines you need to know about. So October 1, which is past and gone, per the time I'm recording this video, October 1, that is the application deadline for spring 2025. The ones I'm mentioning right now, they are the deadlines for spring 2025, right? So October 1, October 1st, application deadline. By that time you are done. If you want to get admitted into the spring 2025 term, your application deadline by now is like you're done with it, right? And October 15, which is also past and gone per the time I'm recording this video, October 15th, that is the I-20 contingency fulfillment deadline. It means that by that time you would have furnished us the financial eligibility form and your bank statement, whatever that we need from you to create this I-20 for you. By that time you have fulfilled everything, you have sent it to us, and then we have received it, right? So now moving on, November 15th, that is the I-20 issuance deadline. By that time we have issued your I-20 to you if you're coming spring 2025. Is that clear? Moving on, December 1, which is also past and gone per the time I'm recording this video. By that time you should have paid your enrollment deposit. That is the deadline. Enrollment deposit, right? December 1. I spoke about the enrollment deposit already. Now January 9th, which is yet to come, January 9, right? That is the arrival deadline. By that time, as an international student, you got to make sure that you are already here on campus, like you are here in the US of A. Do you understand that? Okay, so now moving away from that, for 2025 deadlines, this is a whole academic year, right? For 2025, pay attention, those who are deferring to fall 2025, or maybe those students who also got admitted into fall 2025, this is the deadline, right? So May 1 is the application deadline. June 1, I-20 contingency fulfillment. By that time you have furnished us all your financial document, right? And then issuance together, everything, the deadline is June 1. So the contingency fulfillment and then the issuance, everything should be done by that time. Do you get it? By that time everything should be done. And then July 1, that is the deadline for the enrollment deposit. You should also have that taken care of. Enrollment deposit deadline. Now August 20th, arrival deadline. Arrival deadline. By that time, if you're coming, you need to make sure that you're already here on campus. But there could be some sort of exceptions for students that have some peculiar issues. I'm not going to discuss those peculiar issues or unique issues, because when I put it out there, students are always students. They're going to form up stories and trying to convince us whatever it is. If you have anything, any trouble or any problem, just reach out to the office. We'll deal with you accordingly. All right, we'll deal with you accordingly. So for now, those are the deadlines that we have. So these deadlines that I just spoke about, I want to believe they'll still be repeated for the 2025-2026 academic year. Do you understand that? It's not going to change anytime soon. So any school that you are going to, they all have their deadlines. For now, I'm just speaking in respect to the University of South Dakota for international admissions, right? If you don't know how to get these deadlines from your school's page, please let me know. You and I, we can have a time and talk about all these things, because I don't want the journey, as I said earlier, is a frustrative journey. So you need to know how to go about it. If you have any question, please put it up in the comment section. I'll be glad to help you. All right, so this is just something that I want to talk about today in this video. Random fact that you, as an incoming or a prospective student, you need to know. And I believe that as you work with this timeliness or deadlines, you would have a good turnout. So just keep your eyes open on that. Whatever question you have, please let me know and I'll be glad to help you. Once again, if this is your first time, maybe you just jumped on this video, I want to say thank you, right, for spending time with me on this video. And if you have not subscribed, actually YouTube said that a lot of people, they watch the video from beginning to end. About 60% of them, they just watch it to the end, but they don't hit the subscribe button. How? And some of them, they are returning people. They come back and watch it, but they've not subscribed. Why? And it's just some maybe 30 to 40 people, they would watch and hit the subscribe button. Like, Charlie, if you help me, if you help me, like when you watch it, I mean, just hit that button. Yeah, you guys, I beg you guys, all right? So just hit that button so that when I post anything, you don't necessarily have to wait for YouTube to recommend the videos to you. It will just pop up for you to see. So thank you guys for hitting the subscribe button. I really appreciate that. God bless you. Once again, I cannot wait to have all of you join me here to study, or as you intend to further your education abroad, particularly to my subscribers. I can't wait to have that time to meet you in person. It will be a good time. It will be a good time. So my name is McRay Sogah. I'm currently the graduate administrative assistant at the Gallagher International Center. That is the international office of University of South Dakota. Just let me know whatever your questions are, and then I'll be glad to help you. Please like this video, like it, share and comment and subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Many thanks for watching. Bye bye.